Hello, basketball fans. Chris Terrell here with DFSR.com, as well as my Patreon, patreon.com/JagerBombs. I wanted to bring you a quick update on the NBA sheet here today. For any of you that are playing PrizePicks, you're familiar with my new PrizePicks tab. I have added some new information, some new research stuff, data on there for you, covering the single stat. I want to go over that here quick today. Before we jump in, you can get access to this cheat sheet as well as all my sports cheat sheets over on DFSR.com with your subscription there. $14.95 a month, you get access to my sheets as well as the member chat room where you can hit me up, ask me questions about the sheets. I can help you with that. Or for the pro subscription, $29.95 a month, you get my sheets, the chat room, the statistics, plus you're going to get the projections and lineup optimizers for NBA, NHL, PGA, MLB, and NFL. Great value there, so make sure to get in and check that out. You can also get my sheets over at patreon.com/JagerBombs. $5 a month per sport, or $10 a month gives you all sports. That's $7 Canadian for one sport, or $13.50 for all sports. I currently cover NHL, college basketball, League of Legends, PGA, soccer, UFC, baseball, NBA, college football, NFL, and NASCAR. There's probably some I'm not even mentioning there, but if there's a sport out there, I'm pretty much making a sheet for it for you guys. All right, let's jump in. Let's take a look here. We got the PrizePicks board tonight. So as you've seen, normally we've been playing fantasy scoring. That's what my videos have been on. That's what the cheat sheet is set up for, is fantasy score. They've also introduced, I talked about this in an earlier video, they've introduced single stat, and that is for NBA and NFL. I'm sure that's going to be coming for baseball in the future, but right now I've got these two sports. So I wanted to add some information to the sheet looking at that as well for research. We've got that research information on the sheet, but I wanted to put it all together on one tab so that you can do your research for fantasy score as well as points, assists, and rebounds all on one part of the sheet. So we're going to have a look at that right now. So here's your main matchups tab. This is where I start my day and I start breaking down things in terms of what teams I'm going to target for regular fantasy, but then I kind of slide over. For PrizePicks, we've got the PrizePicks tab. It's right past the individual player positions and right beside the tiers, DraftKings tiers. So everything here has been on here before. You're going to see the list of players, the PrizePicks projection for fantasy scoring, my projection for fantasy scoring, the difference between them. And of course, I've got highlighted here if a player is plus or minus 3 to the projection versus the PrizePicks projection. Those are kind of the ones that stand out right away. Then we've got Vegas information, Vegas line, Vegas total. We've got opponent defensive efficiency, negative numbers, what we're looking to target here. Opponent defense versus position, the higher the number, the better. Those are the ones in green. And then opponent pace. Again, we want the higher number for fast teams. Fast teams, bad defenses, high Vegas totals. You're going to be pretty good for fantasy points there. And then I put my pick in here. Like if I'm betting over, I will throw in over in that column, and I will highlight the whole thing green just so you can see where my picks fall. I'm going to sort that at the end of the day as well, so you're going to see that there. And then moving over, what's new? Single stat in the blue here. So we've got PrizePicks points projection, assists projection, and rebounds projection. That is the numbers that you're going to see here under points, assists, and rebounds. Everything in the orange is what PrizePicks is projecting for that player. Then we've got data pulled from the All Players tab here, looking at that player's points per game on the season, assists per game on the season, and rebounds per game on the season. And then it shows the difference between them. This is the first day I've done this, so I don't have any picks up yet. I haven't done much analysis comparing all of this yet, but to do the actual highlights and what number threshold I'm going to be looking for, kind of like the plus minus 3 over here on the fantasy points. It's probably going to be plus minus 1. I haven't got that set up yet, but you're going to see that coming in the future. The differential, that's going to lean me like, for instance, we've got Cole Anthony minus 2.5. Now, take these numbers. Cole Anthony hasn't started the whole year. He's taken on a lot more usage lately, so we need to start looking into things a little bit more when we start seeing. So this is just an indicator. These differential columns that I've got up here are just an indicator to kind of point out some players that we need to dig into more. It's not a single number that I'm going to say, okay, I'm betting Cole Anthony under. Obviously, that would be a bad, maybe not such a bad idea based on these 2.5 points under on a season, but he's also getting more opportunities right now. And looking at his points over the last few games, he scored 16 in each of the last two. So that's quite a bit over, but before that he was 6'7", 21, 14. So he's been over the number posted today in 4 of his last 6 games. He's topped 30 minutes in each of those games. So that's something we need to dig into a little bit more with some of these players. And then over on the right, again, we've got usage, minutes per game for that player, and then the opponent's defensive efficiency, opponent defense versus position, that's fantasy points, and then the opponent's pace here as well. I'm also going to add this Vegas line and Vegas total over here as well. And then over on the right is where you're going to find my plays. And the reason I just have it a little bit different over here because we have 3 stats. So for instance, if I liked, let's just go Zion here. Let's go over on points, under on assists, over on rebounds. So if I liked him in all 3 categories, I was going to, bet, or I was going to select him as a prop play in all 3 of those prop categories. This is where you're going to see what my picks are going to be on each player. If I only like one prop on a player, say over on points, I'm just going to have over on points. If I don't prefer any of them, it's going to be blank, obviously. Could be under on rebounds. That's where you're going to find my picks, my preferred plays for the night. And then in the Slack chat, we do have a promo tonight I want to tell you about. I just posted it in Slack here, just a little bit below, in the NBA Talk channel in Slack. 1.25 payout boost tonight. So if you place an entry with either Tatum or Kawhi Leonard in a lineup, and if both combine to score at least 40 points, 40 real points, you'll receive that 1.25x payout boost. So you don't need to have them both in a lineup. You only have to have one of them, but they both together need to combine for 40 real-time points to get that 1.25x bonus. You also get access to this through my Patreon subscription, like I had mentioned. I post news throughout the day. My picks come in down here in the Lock Skell channel. So if you're an NBA subscriber or an All Sports subscriber to my Patreon, you're going to get access to this NBA Skills channel, where I share my FanDuel, DraftKings, top bets for the night if I'm betting on anything sports betting related, my PrizePicks plays. Anything like that is locked to those members, so make sure to check that out if you are a patron. And if you haven't got into the Slack chat yet, but you are a patron, make sure to check your message box, because I send out a welcome message to everyone with a link to the Slack chat. So make sure to check that out. And then when you get in Slack, I also send a welcome message in there, just kind of giving you heads up with all the links to all the channels that you can join if you're playing all sports, or if you just want to pick and choose which sports you are playing. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. Make sure to check back here. I'm going to have about, 5 to 10 plays posted here for tonight that I like on PrizePicks. I'm also going to be in the chat talking about that as well, so make sure to check that out. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe below. A lot of videos coming out lately on the channel, so you're going to want, if it's time-sensitive stuff like this in the afternoon when I'm doing PrizePicks plays, you don't want to miss out before lineup lock. Make sure to hit that bell on the notifications to get notifications when the new videos come out. Thanks a lot, everyone. Smash that like button. Let's go get that money tonight. Good luck, everyone.